Hello everybody, this is Khashayar. Welcome to part 8 of GUI programming with Python and tkinter, and part 5 I believe for inventory manager. And this inventory manager is kind of building database using text file and list in RAM level and copy everything to two separate file on hard drive. So the system we designed for this kind of training program or whatever you want to call it, after we add everything what we need to our container, we are going to save in data text file with W, and I see the code. I wrote A, that's mistake, it should be W, because every time we are updating the database in RAM level, we want to copy exactly what is in that moment to data text file. Now imagine we have 10 different items, for example, in container, self.container, and we already copy everything to data text file, which is this one. And imagine we have a couple of lines of items here as a list. Then the next time when we want to run the program, we need to access to this file. So the system is that we are running the program, we opening the data file, which is this file with like some stuff here. For example, it will copy everything and inject it to self.container. So we are taking everything and put it in memory, and in the same time we make one copy from data file to temporary data file. So in the case we lose for example power or the program crash, we have at least some of our data. And when we are going to save and exit the program will copy everything to the data file from self.container, so everything going from memory to hard drive, and it will clean the temporary data. So always we have one field, one data file, empty data file, and full data file, and we are alternating between these two. So now we developed add method now, and also after we develop save item method, then let's take care of load item, or what we call it last time, load backup, something like that. And for doing that, we have to load the data file, we have to load data temporary file. We will use shutil.copy, copy everything from data file to temporary data file, and line by line we are searching from data file and appending to self.container, so everything will be copied to RAM level. And we close the data file, and after that we will clean the data file, close temporary file, and we will start to do our operation in RAM level. It sounds a little bit confusing, but it's not that confusing, it's not that complicated, and it's not the best way to handle data, because as I said, this is not a database. Of course you need to use real database when you are dealing with important kind of information, but this is kind of, we are making our own database from scratch. Then for now we open the file, data file equal open data.txt, with read switch, and data temporary file open temp data.txt with write switch. And now we use shutil module, shutil.copy data.txt to temp data.txt. Now we try to copy line by line from text file and inject it to self.container in RAM level. For line in data file dot read lines, for item in line from the beginning to the end, that split by each line and after self.container.append item. So we are opening the file with reading switch. We are opening the data temporary file with write switch. We are using shutil copy to copy everything from data file to temporary data text, which are two simple data file. And after, we are reading line by line from data text and separate each line and add each line as a separate item into container. And after that, we just close the data file. Data file dot close. Actually, we can use open with, and when we use open with, you don't need to close the file. And after, we use try except block, try data file equal open data.txt, this time with W switch because we just want to clean up it, and data file dot write, just empty string in it, data file dot close, and as well data temporary file dot close. Accept, type error, which we will have a message box for it. So tkinter dot message box dot show info load and just error. So hold on a second, please. So now the only thing we need to do is we need to copy all the save item from here and add it to save and exit, plus one extra line because we are exiting the program. So self.main window dot destroy, and if I import OS, I don't remember. Yes, and os.exit. Okay. and window dot destroy expects where I have this error. Oh, except type error. Why we don't have it here? Oh yeah, here. No, where is it? Except type error and pass. Okay, I forgot to include one line. So by now it should kind of work correctly. And we have data file empty and we have temporary data file empty. So let's create some item 1, price 100, quantity 10, info no info, and item 2, price 100 NOK and 12 and no info. When we want to see the list, we have list of our items, and now we can save them, save complete, and by save and exit we are not going to have duplicate text or data file because it's just rewriting on top of each other, so cleaning and writing, and it's going out. Oh, I made a mistake. We don't have os.exit. We don't need it. We should just have exit. My mistake. Anyway, and now we have two fields here, item 1 and item 2. Now let's fire up the program one more time. Now we don't have anything in our list because it's empty, and we load it. Now we have list. Let's load everything there, and when we add item 3, add price 500 NOK, and quantity we just have 2, info is something. We add it, save it, save complete. Now we have a list, 3 item, save and exit, and also we don't have problem with os.exit, was my mistake, and now we have 3 items there. The only thing we need to have here, we can just write something as a indicator that we load everything correctly, because we have one show info message box here for error, and here we can have something for successful loading data from text file. So tkinter.messagebox.showInfo load as a title and just complete. Maybe we can have some beep, winsound.beep 2400 milliseconds, something like that. So next time when we load it up, it means everything is fine and we can have them in the list, and we can continue item 4, price something, getting for just something. Add the item, save, complete, list. We have them on the list, and save and exit, complete. And the only method left, let me check what we have here. We have to take care of remove, and we need to take care of search. So I think we are almost done, and I hope I can finish this tutorial in next video. All right. So as always, if you like my tutorial, please subscribe and I see you in next video. Thank you.